It is Friday, and this is your morning momentum. My name's Richie.
I'm Ethan. We didn't introduce ourselves last week, did we?
No. There was no need for it last week.
I guess. You guys probably know us by now for the most part. But if we have new listeners.
That's true, yeah. So, hey, this is season 2, episode 2. And
You know what today is?
what is today?
Friday the 13th.
It is. Oh, my gosh.
That's
you gonna watch
right.
some scary movies?
No.
I got to say something real quick.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Just for those of you who are watching, we had to get some boba tea again.
Stuff's good.
Boba lemonade, boba tea.
I like the original.
It's solid. Mm-hmm. It's solid stuff. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't gone to get some yet, you need to get some. Take some pictures, send them over, let us know.
Yeah.
Tell them that Ethan and Richie sent you. And, man, it's good stuff.
I really like it.
Dude, it's
Friday. Dangerous, but it's good.
It's Friday. Friday the 13th.
Got to be careful drinking this today.
You,
we might actually die from drinking it.
Did you look? Was there a full moon today?
I didn't look, no.
Can you look real quick? Our listeners need to know this, because if it's Friday the 13th with a full moon...
What do you even look up? Like moon schedule
phases.
Or something? Moon phases.
Moon phases.
Do you know
May
the different
13th.
kinds?
There's waning, there's crescent, there's full, there's new. Just as 4, right? And then everything in between.
Well, there's waxing and waning.
Waxing and waning. I knew there was another one.
Gibbous and crescent. Those are,
Okay.
Dude,
Gotcha.
all right, let me just get to it.
We're here for a science lesson, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
No.
it's not.
No full moon? Okay, good.
No.
Good, because that would have been really bad if this was a full moon, Friday the 13th. I don't know how well this would have gone today. So,
Probably wouldn't be here.
are you going to watch a scary movie tonight?
You just asked me that.
I've got to ask you again.
Probably not. I don't know.
You going to watch the movie, though, Friday the 13th? I've never watched it.
Me neither. Should watch it tonight, probably.
You want to watch it right now with our listeners?
No, probably not. 30-minute show.
Get too scared, and they would know then. I'm not much of a gory movie person.
Right.
I can go for some movies that are like suspenseful, but like if it's gore, I'm gonna tell you the one that got me like whenever I had kids was ones that involve kids. Like,
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's true.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, I was never into like the gory scary movies. I just think it's I don't know. It's like the Saw movies. You know?
Yes.
It's like this unnecessary.
It's gross.
But it's the ones that I enjoy, which I don't really enjoy that many, I guess. But like, I'll throw a name out there: the Conjuring movies. Just because out of all the scary movies, I felt like those were like actually a good movie on their own.
We were
with
watching
suspense and stuff.
We were watching one of those movies one night, and my sister-in-law, she went to the bathroom, and I hid outside the bathroom door.
Nice.
And when she came out, I scared her, and she got so mad.
Good thing she already went to the bathroom.
Yeah. She came out swinging. She missed, but like
You dodged it. Boom, ha.
it's like straight
You were
Matrix. But yeah, like it's man,
That's funny.
you got to do stuff like that when you're watching a movie like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your favorite kind of movie to watch? I'm a comedy person.
That's a good question. Comedies are good. The ones I always seem to enjoy are like
Romantic comedies.
no, I mean they can be good. Like heist movies.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Okay.
love the movies that you watch it and then at the end it's like actually I did this and it just kind of I don't know.
Oceans.
Oceans movies are good.
I love the Oceans.
The music
movies.
is good in it.
Did
The
you
whole
ever
thing
watch
is
the
like-
new one where it was the wives, the women that
Oceans?
did it?
Is that 8? I did watch it
Something
either
like
way.
that,
I did watch it. Yeah.
It was good.
I enjoyed
good.
it. I like them all.
Do you like Fast and Furious movies then?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen most of them. I've
Okay.
seen like 1 or 2.
So the first 2 were very well, Tokyo Drift even had a little bit of racing in
It's
it.
like racing, basically.
But like once you got
Now.
past that, they pretty much went to like heist shows. Like
Yeah, they're pretty like crazy now.
they
I
went
know.
from being like I really liked them when they were street racing. Like the first one it was all about the racing. It was all about the cars. And then like it just slowly got to the point now where it's like they're pulling tanks around the interstate, like
yeah, they're a little
blowing up 90% of the community.
they're a little out there. They're turning into superhero movies.
It's crazy, but man, I don't know. I like them still. I still watch them.
Yeah.
And there's a movie out right now, or maybe it's not now. Maybe it's coming out. I don't know, but I don't know what it's called. Sorry,
Okay.
I
Very
saw it on
helpful.
previews, but there's one coming out that's a suspenseful movie like that. And
Which one?
I don't know, man. I just told you I saw it on a preview for more.
Give me some.
We were watching
something.
the movie Morbius,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this guy. What's it called? Maybe it's out now. It had Spider-Man in it.
Was it Doctor Strange?
Was Spider-Man and Doctor Strange?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know. Maybe Uncharted.
Oh, the actual actor, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Uncharted. Yeah, that's out right now.
So
Or was out, or
I
whatever.
don't know.
I
But
I didn't
anyways.
see it. I played the games though.
the games.
They're
It's a
video
video game?
games. Yeah,
Ah,
I really enjoyed the video games.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I never did those type of video games. I was sports
Mm.
video games or racing video games. I
Yeah.
loved Need for Speed video games.
Those were the ones I least played.
Really?
Was racing and well, not soccer. You probably played FIFA. I didn't.
Oh
play
my
it.
gosh. I played FIFA. That was the game that I bought every single year.
Yeah,
Madden
I played Madden.
was big,
yeah,
and
then,
baseball.
oh, okay.
You know the one that's actually a lot of fun?
I played 2K as well.
Oh yeah, 2K, yeah. Hockey.
I never
on
played
the
a hockey
like,
game.
It's legit.
Really?
And when I had the old PlayStation, all right, so we're talking. This would have been PS2.
Mm-hmm.
They had an indoor soccer game,
Okay.
and that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. That's
Um,
interesting.
And then back with the PS1, they had this game. They had two games, and they were probably my all-time favorite games. Like I wish that I could find them now for my video game console.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a football game called Blitz,
Yeah.
and you would just like beat the crap out of people.
Yeah. I think I had it.
And then there was
Like,
another game.
alley football, street football.
Yeah. It was straight up. It was
Yeah.
awesome. And then there
Those
was
games were fun.
there was a basketball game called NBA Jam.
Yeah.
And they had like the hot spots that you'd hit,
Mhm.
and then you'd like rain down fire. And
Yeah, those games were fun.
I love those games. I don't know why they stopped. Breaks
Did
my
they
heart.
remake the NBA Jam?
I don't know. Did they?
I think they did.
I know that Sam's Club sells like an arcade, like a physical like stand-up arcade game of NBA Jam.
Hmm.
But
I
I
thought they
can't.
remade it for some reason.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
They also have rugby games that I played too.
Oh, never seen those.
Yeah. Rugby challenge.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, we'll check it out. Hey, speaking of sports, we left everybody
On their toes.
on their toes on Monday, and the question was asked: what's your feelings about sports on Sundays? And I'm going to tell you something. Okay, I have been. I'm just going to be honest with people here today. I've been on different sides of this topic at different points. I was at a church once, and I'll never forget talking to this woman, and she was telling me that her son wasn't going to be at youth group on a Sunday morning, and I was like, oh, well, that's all right. You have your priorities. I was like, that was a jerk thing to say. Number one, and but that was just kind of the culture. The culture there was like, hey, like, we expect you to be at church on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And then when coming here, I started getting a different perspective on that whole idea. Now you said last time, Ethan, that you have missed church on Sunday mornings
I didn't say that.
for sports.
Well, maybe I have a couple times. When I played rugby in high school rugby's played on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's either right after church. And so if it's an away game, I would have to leave,
Because you traveled
Mhm.
like pretty good distance.
We traveled to the Dayton area probably maybe, and maybe a little bit farther, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But because we were in Springfield.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I missed some, I don't know.
Like this is the thing that I got to thinking about is that this was like listen, there is nothing in Scripture that you can show me that talks about sports and Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
In fact, there's nothing in Scripture that says you have to have church on Sunday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't go to church on Sunday mornings, you're going to go to hell. Now, listen, I know that might not be a popular statement for some that are listening, but I don't care. I do care, but I don't.
Yeah, what I would say, because this, I've been thinking about it a little bit, I guess, but it seems like it's not, I guess, like what you just said, Sunday, and it is, I guess, it's a good day to choose, but the Sabbath, I guess, it doesn't necessarily have to be on a Sunday for a specific person. So, like, if your Sundays are full but your Saturdays aren't, then you can choose Saturday as your rest day and kind of use that day for that. So, I think it just depends. But if we're talking about children's sports and stuff, I'm not sure most of them have that thought process of Sabbath and when they want to do that. So I feel like it just depends on what's going on.
The Sabbath thing, like my wife, her Sabbath is on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
It's her day off work. And for us, Sunday, it's impossible for us for Sunday to be a Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank. Like any pastor that says that their Sunday is a Sabbath is struggling to understand what Sabbath is, because it's a day of rest.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday mornings, there is no rest.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife leads worship here, and so she's in game mode, getting ready for worship, being a part of that. You're on the worship team here. You're
Yes,
getting ready for things, and you're trying to get set. And then I'm here, and I'm trying to get my mind set for the message and answering questions and dealing with things. And by the time you leave by 12:30, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And that's not a Sabbath. That's not a day of rest. That's a day of exhaustion. And then there's always that time where you have something going on Sunday night, and so then you're just at the church all day long.
Yeah.
But here's something this is something that I learned a couple years ago. Intentional relationships are important.
Yes.
Okay? As a pastor, the time for intentional relationships is not directly after church. If somebody comes up to me directly after church that wants to talk about their life story, I'll usually redirect it to, hey, we should talk about this week, because there's other people that are trying to come up and say hi or talk for a moment. There's always going to be that moment where, something needs to be prayed for, something needs to happen, which I'm 100% open for. But if it's something that could be put off until Monday or Tuesday, let's do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I say that to say this. We want people to have relationships with Jesus, intentional, meaningful relationships with Jesus. And when we develop a culture as a church to say that if you are missing church on Sunday mornings, if you are prioritizing sports, if you're prioritizing racing on Sunday mornings over church, then you're putting those things above God and putting them on a pedestal. And I think that is just dead wrong. It is our decision. When we planted this church, Jesus did not tell us in Scripture what time to have church services. Mm-hmm. We picked the time.
Yeah.
That time doesn't always work for everybody else. Ethan, you played football.
I did.
What if church was on Friday evenings and you're getting ready for a football game and you're in the mindset of, well, we have to show up or we're going to be shamed for not showing up to church, and you come to church. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about Jesus?
No, I'm thinking about the football game that's going on.
That's what I'm saying. And so when we do that as a church, and I've seen it way too much. Mm-hmm. I've seen it way too much that we guilt people for not coming to church, and so they force it. They make it happen. Mm-hmm. All that kid's thinking about is their soccer game. All the parents are thinking about is the fact that now they don't have time to go and get food before the soccer game or before the baseball game. And in that moment, you literally just wasted 2 hours of their life. Where if they would have logged on online, which I know is a whole nother topic for people, but if they would have logged online and intentionally taken the word in on their time whether that was on the sideline of a baseball game or as a family that evening at 7 o'clock when they're winding down. Now they're hearing the word. But if you show up to church service, Ethan, if you're on a Friday night and church is on a Friday night and you show up to that church service, are you going to get done with football and go, oh, man, I didn't listen to a word they said. I'm going to go back and listen to it. No. Because you already went to church. You've already done what you need to do. You've already gone through the motions. So why go back and listen to it again?
Right.
And so I think that for me personally, one of the biggest things that I had to overcome was the fact that I hated youth sports on Sundays. And but here's the reality of it. I would prefer, and this is me personally. Now I know some of you are going to disagree with me. I prefer the youth sports on Sunday or on the weekends, and that includes Sundays. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because if it wasn't for that, then you're going to have kids out until 10, 11 o'clock at night playing sports. It's consuming any available family time that you might have, and therefore you're washing everything out.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be real. Sundays is not a day. Even if you go to church, that's fine. What are you going to do when you get home? You're going to go home. You're going to do some yard work. You're going to mow the yard. You're going to fix the flowers. You're going to paint the house. It's a day of work. Like you're going to do it. And so, anyways, when I processed this whole idea of intentional relationships, when we planted this church, it was one of those things where I knew that online had to be important because there's going to be weeks that people are not going to be here. And I know this also might not be a popular opinion, but I think that this is the honest to God, truthful opinion that I need to have personally, and I think people need to inherit, is that my relationship with Jesus, and I believe this wholeheartedly, this is scripturally, is number one in my life. My relationship with Jesus. But my relationship with Jesus isn't dictated by this church.
Right.
And walking into a building. And so my relationship with Jesus is number one. My relationship then with my family, my wife is number two. My kids are number three. Church is now down the list, 4, 5. And I want my son, and I want my daughter, and I want my youngest son, Owen, to know that I love them and I value them. Because I'm going to tell you something. Jesus took time to love and to value his children as he does still today.
Yeah.
And so if I show them that, if I tie my entire life up into coming into this building to love on other people, but I don't take the time to love on my children, then they are going to be the ones that's going to turn around and walk out and leave the church forever. And so what I'm saying is this, is like, if you're one of those families that's tied up and you're like, hey, I can't be there on a Sunday morning. We're the ones that decided what time that church service was. But you can decide when you're going to have that intentional, meaningful relationship with Jesus on your terms. And if it happens online, yeah, there's some things that you miss out on. You miss out on the fellowship aspect. But if you miss out on that, the next best thing is to dig into the Word together as a family.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important.
I think it can be difficult when doing that because, when you have a Sunday morning service that's always there, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's reassuring that you know when you can and you can put it in your schedule. But when you're doing it on your own, I think it can be hard to do it sometimes because if you can get sidetracked and just not want to do it if you don't have kind of the accountability aspect. But I definitely agree with you on everything you said, that it doesn't have to be a Sunday morning service for you to have your relationship with Jesus. That doesn't make sense at all for to have one specific day that's the only way a relationship works.
10:15 a.m. That's the only time it can happen.
It's the only time you can talk to him. Yeah. So, yeah. But I do think there can be some difficulties to staying focused, I guess, and doing that. But that's where, just community comes in, and you can always ask, us, if you're watching our church online, to keep you accountable or bring it up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and you can even set time aside. You tell the whole family. Don't keep it inside. Don't be the mom and be like, hey, like I know in my head at 7 o'clock tonight, or when we get done eating dinner, we're going to do church. Tell the whole family that. Because I've noticed that there's times that I'll downright forget. Like, I don't mean to forget, but I'll forget something. But if I tell the entire family, like, hey, tonight we're going to sit down and we're going to do this devotion, or we're going to read this chapter of the Bible, whatever it might be, all of a sudden then, I forget. And my kids are like, Dad, aren't we going to watch church tonight? Like, oh, yeah, okay, cool, thanks. Mm-hmm. It's accountability, family accountability. It works.
Yeah.
It works. So, I just felt like we're going into the season of baseball. There's going to be weeks that I'm not here, and I'm telling everybody right now, and I'll tell people at the church if they ask. I'm at baseball game. Like, my kids traveling to Indianapolis, I'm going to go to Indianapolis with them. And so it does happen, but you know what? I think that God is with us when we're with that team and we're able to minister to that team. And, some of the best church I've ever had has been on a sideline when you're sitting around other parents and they're like, hey, what are you watching? What are you listening to? Oh, church. Oh, man, I missed my church today. Can I watch? Yeah. Or then the conversation happens and all of a sudden you're doing ministry on a baseball field.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Let's go. So, hey, we want to play a game. I mentioned just a minute ago, Ethan, you're on the worship team. Movement worship. You play many instruments, but the main one that you play here is acoustic guitar. Now, we've heard you sing before.
On what was that? Like the second episode of this thing?
There's a couple of them.
I guess you've heard me sing.
And I don't need you to sing this. You can sing it if you want.
Okay.
But hey, before I say this, I just need to make this real quick comment, and then we're going to play this game.
Okay.
If you're listening to this right now, what I need you to do is I need you to stop, drop, and I need you to hit subscribe.
Ooh.
And hit that little bell, and I'll notify you whenever we go live and this happens. But we are just a few subscribers away from Ethan getting his head shaved right here on air. And I plan to do that Monday morning. So we need to get those subscriptions up. Subscribe, get it going. Let's go. And Ethan's going to get his head shaved. So here's
I want to get it done in 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In so 2 Mondays, I want my head shaved.
Share this. So, hey, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a little bit of music. And Ethan, I'm going to just fast forward to a random part of a song.
Okay.
And then Ethan has to guess what the next lyric is whenever I pause it.
Guess what the chords they're playing are.
So, let's see here.
Okay.
Oh, no, my phone's not working.
What is that? You're right in the middle of an instrumental break. How far along in the song are you?
2 minutes and 17 seconds.
How long is the song?
Okay, hold on.
And I ran out of that grave. If it's going into the bridge, though.
Nice job.
Out of the darkness,
I ran out of that
to
grave.
your glorious day.
I ran out of that grave.
I needed rescue. That's what I thought was going to happen.
All right, here we go.
That's a good song, by the way. Okay. Well, okay. Hell lost another one. I am free.
What?
Yeah.
We're trying to,
because they say that so many times there.
We're trying to help you out here a little bit, buddy. All right, here I got one for you.
Okay. Oh, Make Me Your Vessel? Is that it? Is that song? Yes!
Look at that!
I wasn't expecting that one.
All right,
yes,
one
sir.
more.
All right.
Okay.
Oh. Hang on. Barrel, barrel, barrel. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm going to live again. Yes, sir.
Look at this. He
yes,
knows
sir.
his music.
And I know when it is. They say that 3 times, but I knew it was the last one somehow.
Look at that. That was good. I'm proud of you, man.
Me too. I'm surprised I got that "Make Me Your Vessel" bit.
That was a hard one because we haven't done that one at
played that
Movement
one.
yet. But like we've done it before, and so
Long time ago.
it's been a long time. Long time. I shouldn't have left you. Left you. Finish the lyrics.
That was fun. I like that. We should do it again. I'll do it. We'll do it again, but you'll have to guess.
One more. No diggity.
I don't know.
Oh, about the bag.
I know. Man. I'm gonna say it.
Come on. All right. Anyways, Ethan's too good for those songs apparently.
But I will mention Nas on a podcast.
I
Apparently.
know. Terrible person.
You brought up his song.
I'm talking about you.
Not
Anyways.
Nas.
So here's the thing, man. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. You know what? I don't care. I don't care what happens from this point on in the weather. As long as it stays warm, I don't care. I don't care. I hate rain too, but like I'm okay with it as long as it's warm. So that's where I stand right now, Ethan.
I think that's a pretty solid stance. Is that? I personally, I like it warm, and I like it cold at night.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I cannot sleep if it's warm.
It's awful.
At all.
That's
At all.
the bad part about summer.
At all. I actually turned in the winter, my heat goes down to 67 at night, and in the summer, my heat goes down to 60, or my air goes down to 68 because I can't sleep if it's even 1 degree warmer.
Right.
It's weird.
I have a horrible time if it's hot.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. So, you guys need to conquer the day because it's Friday.
Yes.
It's an amazing day.
Yes,
and
it is.
we want to encourage you. Listen, it's season 2 of the podcast, and we're going to do some fun things this year. This season, we're going to get out. We're going to do some garage sailing. We're going to do some things where we're actually going to go out into the community, and we're going to have some fun. And so, if you have any ideas, if you got any suggestions, let us know.
That'd be very helpful.
Yeah,
we have our ideas, but if you have an idea and you get to for us to do your idea, that's pretty awesome.
I even heard that there's a chance we might even do a scavenger hunt at some point during this season.
Interesting.
And so there's a lot of things that's going to be happening. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome, but you need to go today and conquer the day. You're going to do great things and make a difference in somebody's life today.
Were you referencing another worship song there? Great things.
Great things.
I'm on it right now.
You're there, man. And so, any words of encouragement today?
You know, it's Friday. It's, feeling good. Got the weekend coming up. It's also going to feel good. I'd say take time to spend with people intentionally.
Yeah.
Family would be nice too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your last day of work. You're out of school now. For those of you that's doing summer school, enjoy. Those of you that are still in high school and you're trying to get through the rest of this year, you're close. You're almost done.
You got it.
Just keep fighting. 2 more weeks left, and you're out of there. And it's time for summer break, which I'm excited about. So,
I am too. I got an internship that I'll be doing.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
We'll have to interview you next week about that. That's pretty cool stuff.
We'll keep doing this, though.
Absolutely.
Don't even worry about it.
Season 2. We're here for you.
At season 2.
Yeah, I like it. All right, guys.
Rhyme time.
Have a great week. Can't wait to be back with you Monday morning for the Morning Momentum.
See you then.
See ya. Bye.